Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. With the help of Bob Ross, today I'm going to explain to you exactly what you need to be doing to lose 5 kilograms of body fat in the next 12 weeks, which is basically by Easter time. If you didn't know, Easter is on the 31st of March this year. We're going to find out exactly how to understand what your deficit calories are, even if your TDEE is wrong, and we're going to set goals for the next 12 weeks. Then we're going to understand where those calories come from. So what is the macro split? And last but not least, a very, very important point, guys, I'm going to explain to you how you can actually reach all of your goals and keep losing body fat, even if one day a week you eat a lot more than you should. As always, I am going to put the chapters below, so if you want to skip through, feel free. We have a lot to learn in the next 10 minutes. Let's get straight into it. First of all, stay with me because what we do in the first 2 weeks is crucial to our dieting success. First up, you're gonna go and calculate your TDEE. This is the total amount of calories that you need daily to maintain your weight. You can do that for free just by clicking the link in the description below. That will bring you to my free calorie calculator. All you're gonna need to do is put in some data and it will calculate it for you. Once you get there, I want to subtract 500 from that number. That will be your deficit. For 2 weeks, I want you to eat that amount of calories. If your TDEE is 2,500, this means that every day you're gonna be eating 2,000 calories. This will allow us to create a 3,500 calories weekly deficit, which is basically how much we need to lose half a kilo or a pound of fat per week. And it's also a very healthy amount of weight to lose in a week. I want you to eat that every day, and I want you to weigh yourself up every single day and collect data. Then after 2 weeks, you're gonna see if on average the weight of week 1 is more or less than the weight of week 2. If your weight is going down, perfect, you're in a calorie deficit and you're just gonna keep going. If the weight stayed the same or it's gone up, then what I want you to do is subtract another 150 to 200 calories from that number and do the same thing again. For example, if your deficit was 2,000, I want you to start eating 1,150/1,800 and see how you get on. I'm sure that once you do that, you're gonna be in a deficit. We now have 2 scenarios. First one, you were already in a deficit, so by week 2, you should have already lost the first kilogram, which means you will actually lose 5 kilograms before the 12 weeks end. And the other scenario, in the first 2 weeks, you haven't lost anything yet, but you've now figured out your deficit calories. So from now on, you will be able to lose. By eating in a 500 calorie deficit every single day for the next 10 weeks, you will be able to lose 5 kg of body fat. But now we are going to set up your macros, so we are going to be looking exactly at where those calories will be coming from. Always remember, when we are in a fat loss phase, eating enough protein is key. What I want you to do is to eat 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. For today's example, a calorie deficit will be 2,000 calories and our weight will be 55 kilograms. If we need to eat 2 grams of protein per kilograms of body weight, then we're gonna have to eat 110 grams of protein every single day. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. This means that out of the 200 calories, 440 will come from protein, which leaves us with 1,560 calories to play with. These calories will come from carbs and fat. To keep our hormones balanced, also to keep your skin shining, I always recommend my clients to have at least 20% of the calories from fat. So if we have 2,000 calories in total, we're gonna have 400 of these calories coming from fat. Unlike carbs and protein, 1 gram of fat actually equals to 9 calories. Fat is the most calorie dense macronutrient. In order to understand how much fat do we actually need to eat, we're gonna do 400 divided by 9. And I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm gonna do it with a calculator. My mom is a math teacher, by the way. The answer is 44.4, so we're just gonna go for 45 grams of fat to make our life a bit easier. By now, we know that we need to have 45 grams of fat as a minimum of 110 grams of protein. We now need to calculate our carbs. So we're gonna do 1,560 minus 400. This is gonna leave us with 1,160 calories to play with, which will all come from carbs. 1 gram of carb, just like protein, equals 4 calories. So what we're gonna do is 1,160 divided by 4, 290 grams of carbs. I know some of you right now are gonna be thinking, Sylv, that is so much. I'm definitely gonna gain weight with that much carbs. Trust me, you won't. The reason why we want you to eat carbs is because, first of all, they're fucking delicious and it'll be so much easier for you to stick to your diet. Second, they give you energy. If we want to grow muscle, they help us perform in the gym. And trust me, we do want to grow muscle. So stop saying no to carbs. You're gonna be having 290 grams of carbs per day. 45 grams of fat, 110 grams of protein, 290 grams of carbs. However, if you are someone that prefers higher fat and lower carb, you can go simply with a 40-60 split between carbs and fat, or however you prefer. So the 1,560 calories that you have left after the protein, you can play with it as you wish, but I always recommend you keep your carbs quite high. We now know exactly what you need to be doing to lose those 5 kg. We know exactly how many fat, carbs and protein you need to be having. If you don't know where to get these calories from, watch my last video. I take you through a grocery haul. I explain to you exactly how to put together meals when it comes to hitting the right macros, etc. But the last thing that I want to go through now is so important when it comes to sticking to your diet and makes your life so much easier. I want to introduce you to a concept called calorie banking. Let's get into it. Let me just start by saying that in an ideal world, we'd want to eat in a calorie deficit every single day. However, this world is less than ideal. I know you have commitments. I am human too. I know you have your sister's birthday, you want to go out with your colleagues. So I know that you're realistically not going to be sticking to this deficit every single day. So I'm going to tell you exactly how you can still achieve all of your goals without having to be in a calorie deficit every single day. Look at this example. On Saturday, we are actually eating 3,000 calories. So 1,000 calories more than we are meant to. How do we make sure that we don't actually go above a weekly calorie goal? First up, I want you to think about your calories as a weekly calorie budget, not a daily one. So 2,000 times 7 equals 14,000. So we have 14,000 to play with. If we subtract the calories that we're eating on Saturday, we are left with 11,000 calories. Now we need to divide those calories amongst the other 6 days of the week. What we're left with is 1,833 calories. Every single day of the week, except for Saturday, we're actually gonna be eating a little bit less than 2,000. We're gonna be eating around 1,840 calories. This will allow us to still stick to the calorie deficit for the week, whilst still allowing us to go out on Saturday. See how easy it is? I don't want you to do this every week and then to make Saturday as an off day or a cheat day. I'm totally against that, but I'm saying if you have an occasion or if you want to have a little bit more of a leeway on a day of the week, then do that. But just remember, you can't just eat anything and everything that you see. You still have to stick to maximum 3,000 calories in this case. I hope you found this video helpful. Best of luck on your fat loss, and I'll see you in the next video.